Whoa.
Now live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Ta-da! Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to Wake Up with Greg. Yep, once again, I'm in a different location. How about that, right? Same building, different spot. And we got Christmas decorations already, so you just never know what you're going to get around here, guys. But happy to be here with you this morning. I hope you've been enjoying the lovely technology we have for the morning sign. It's it's fun. We got to keep things interesting around here. New chair, new set. This is, I think, probably what will be for the next few weeks while we finish out November, and then who knows what it's going to be. But anyway, happy to be here with you. Happy to have you here. It is Friday morning, Friday the 15th. So no weird stuff being a Friday the 13th or anything, but that's all right. So who are we? What are we doing? Why are we here? Those of you new to the show, we are here every weekday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central, to share cool instruments with you. Not just cool ones, but the coolest instruments on the internet. And these are instruments available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com or on our Reverb page at reverb.com, or just give me a call, 417-882-7006, and we can chat about them. Today I'm doing, I've got two French horns and then one real specialty horn that I promise you, in fact, I don't think you've seen any of these horns on this show before. So that's something new and exciting that you haven't seen. So couple of French horns for you, and then a baritone, but not just any baritone. And we'll save the rest for later. In addition to the horns, we share music and fun and laughs. And sometimes I talk about movies, films. Sometimes I talk about books, art, literature, food. Yesterday I talked about food, travel. You never know what it's going to be with me. So that's why you need to stay tuned every day, because every day is going to be different. So, gonna be different. That's how I said it. I said, gonna be different, just like I'm in the South now or something. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so that's what we've got in store for you today. We've got Blue Friday coming up. Gosh, is it just 2 weeks now? It seems like it's right around, because today's the 15th. So, yeah, that's 2 weeks. Crazy. And then, and then the Christmas craziness happens. So, but we're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be doing a live stream. We're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff. So get onto our Facebook page and find the post about Blue Friday and let us know what you're thankful for. And that's how you get entered into the drawings for the free stuff. So you can win a saxophone or a guitar or probably an amp, maybe a T-shirt. I don't know what all we're giving away, but we got all kinds of stuff. So you never know what it's going to be. So be sure to check into that. In addition to that, I think that's pretty much all we've got going on here. So we might as well just jump into this party and say good morning to Jordan, who's over there instead of over there or over there. He's in front of me, but behind me. I don't know. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning.
He's just sitting over there waiting for me to shut up. So how are you, my friend?
I'm pretty good.
Good? Yeah.
Yeah. It's Friday.
It's Friday. The weekend is upon us.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, you got big plans, or when you're doing more weddings this weekend?
No, not this weekend.
No weddings this weekend. Woohoo!
I think we're going to my in-laws in Northwest Arkansas.
The in-laws. Ah, yes, the in-laws.
Mm-hmm.
Always a good time to visit the in-laws, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm fortunate. I've got great in-laws, so I hope you do as well.
Oh, I do, yeah.
Yeah, my in-laws are great. They're kind of all over the place, but they're great. One of them lives with me, so
Well, there you go.
There you go. All right. Well, I don't have any big plans this weekend, thankfully.
Nice.
I don't know what let's see. Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, I don't know. I may. I know what's going on this weekend. Today, Cobra Kai season 6 part 2.
Oh, it's out?
Launches today.
Oh,
so
I
I'll be
didn't know
binging
that.
that this weekend.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, season 6 part 1 came out in August, I think it was, and now we've been waiting until November for part 2. I think there's going to be 5 episodes for part 2, and then they're going to finish this up sometime next year. So I don't know if it'll be February, March, April, somewhere around there. But this delayed gratification thing is really annoying with Netflix sometimes. They just they just get you hooked, and then they string you along forever and ever. I mean, Stranger Things. What are we? Season 5, season 6 with Stranger Things now?
Yeah, they waited
I mean,
a little
those kids
too
are
long.
like in their 30s now, and they
They waited a little too long for the last season.
too long. So, and heck, even like Wednesday, the Addams Family Wednesday show that came out last year, that was a huge hit for Jenna Ortega, and season 2 is supposed to be happening sometime. But once again, I mean, when you wait 3 years between, I don't know. I'll get off my soapbox. We don't need to talk about that anymore. But anyway, that's what I'll be doing this weekend. Cobra Kai season 6 part 2. You should check it out as well, because it is a fantastic series. Just start from the beginning if you haven't seen any of it. Or first, go back and watch all the Karate Kid movies from the 80s, and then start Cobra Kai. All right. There you go. Enough of that.
Enough of that.
Enough of that. Let's dig into some horns and stuff, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Before the first horn, can you tell us about your shirt and watch today?
The shirt and watch today. Sure. Yeah, the shirt. Daniel Cremieux, once again, more Paisleys, and just green and blue on this one. Just 2 colors. It's a 2-color chromatic kind of thing. There you go. Daniel Cremieux is the shirt, and then the watch is my Seiko 503, my 100th episode watch. So let me get up close enough you can see that. I can never find which is the right angle to. Okay, there we are. Can you see that now? There you go. It's got a green dial on it, so green shirt, green dial, blue socks. All right, that's the shirt and watch. Dun, 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 dun. Let's talk about some French horns. I'm going to grab this first one over here. Now these are a bit unwieldy as far as the cases are concerned. So I'm going to show you the case real quick. So there is the first one, and so they're kind of tricky. Fortunately, the ones I'm showing you today have fixed bells, so I don't have to worry about attaching a bell. Whew, I'm already worn out. Okay, so first one up for grabs right here. This is the Con 6D, kind of what they would consider maybe an intermediate model double horn, and this is the 6D. So double horn, meaning you've got 2 keys to deal with here. You've got B flat and F, and it's that 4th trigger there, the thumb trigger, which switches you from the tubing on the front to the tubing on the back, which changes the key of the horn. Not being a horn player, I really don't know why that's necessary, but oh, my screen died. I don't know what's going on with my computer. It's back. Okay. I need to fix my computer so that it doesn't like shut down after 30 seconds. All right, so let's talk about the horn. All yellow brass, hand-hammered one-piece bell. This is a 12-inch diameter bell. It is what they call a small throat bell. So the throat of the bell is a little bit smaller, a little bit tighter, so you get really clean, clear, focused sound on that. This is a crusp, K-R-U-S-P-E, crusp wrap, and by the wrap, they're talking about the way the tubing is bent and folded in on itself within the horn. Every wrap has a different kind of feel to it, a certain amount of resistance. There's gyre wraps and crusp wraps and different kinds of wraps. There's not one that's necessarily better than the other. It's just a different way of doing it based on the manufacturer. So there you go with that. But all nickel silver on the tuning slides, nickel silver lead pipe here for really bright sound there as well. All string rotor mechanisms there. So string linkage is what they call it, the string linkage. And then you've got and I think, are these textured? No, these don't have the textured paddles on them. But anyway, this is a great horn for any advancing high school player or college player as well. Usually when kids start out on a French horn, they're starting on a single horn, which would be just a B flat horn, or maybe it's just an F horn, I can't remember. And then the double horn. And there are actually triple horns now as well that throw a third key in there with an additional rotor as well. So pretty crazy there. But there it is. That's the Con 6D, available on the website, palinmusic.com, or call me, or check out Reverb, and you can take one of these home with you today. So the proper, I guess this is the proper way to hold the horn here. You kind of rest your hand in the bell, and you kind of rest that on your knee, and then you play it in that position. So that is kind of how the horn goes. But anyway, there it is. That's the Con 6D. That's horn number 1. Diddly-doo-doo-doo. All right, we'll set that aside, and we're going to keep talking so you know I haven't left you. La, 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 la. We'll get the second one ready here.
All right. Before the second one, can you recommend some music to us?
I can recommend some music to you. Yep, I can do that. I'm just going to go ahead and have that one ready. Let me see if I can get this back up and running. My computer is not cooperating with me today. Hey, there I am. And look at all of the chats on there. MC Lyrical, welcome to the show. Jenna Ortega is your favorite actress. I mean, she is pretty amazing. I'll give you that. You're in high school, play marching band. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Welcome to the show. Where in the world are you from, MC Lyrical? I would love to know. We got Vincent on the show. We got Max on the show. Welcome to all of you. All right, music. So I was talking yesterday a lot about John Williams and the new documentary out about him called Music by John Williams. And then it made me think of some other composers that I'm really into these days. And one in particular is the great James Horner. And it made me think of one of his best movie scores is the movie Braveheart. All right, the movie Braveheart right there. Dun, 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 dun. Came out in the 90s. Academy Award winner, Best Picture, and many others. I don't know if James Horner won for Best Score. I'd have to look that up to get the details. But the song that I'm sharing from this film is called A Gift of a Thistle. And it is just a really, really beautiful song. It's got a bit of kind of a Celtic flute going on with there, and then some pipes as well. The scene in the movie is after William Wallace, young William Wallace, his father and brother were just killed in battle, and he's at the funeral, and then there's young Murren who sees young William and sees how distraught and sad he is, and she goes and picks a flower, a thistle specifically, which is the national flower of Scotland, and presents the thistle to him. It's just a very, very touching, poignant scene in that film. There's no dialogue in it. It's just straight up just these two young people having this pure kind of love interaction, which is it's really amazing. I can get emotional just talking about it, but I'm not going to because I don't want to. But anyway, it is such a great film. And I got text going on there. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so the song "A Gift of a Thistle" from the movie soundtrack Braveheart by the legendary James Horner. James Horner also did Titanic. Of course, that's probably his biggest, best well-known piece, but he also did Glory. Wait a minute, was that Horner or was that Barry? Don't quote me. I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that. But I'm going to add this to the Wake Up with Greg playlist right now. Boom, right there. Wake Up with Greg. You can see that on there. It's on Spotify. It's free. You can check it out and listen to all of the music I have shared with you on this show for the past 185 episodes. And by the way, where are we on subscribers? 1,600. Woohoo! We made it. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Reminder also to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And we've got the live chat. Memphis, Tennessee is where MC Lyrical is from. Welcome to the show. I love Memphis. My wife and I went to visit there a few years back and did the whole, we did the whole Graceland Elvis thing and all that good stuff. And yeah, absolutely loved it. Went to Rendezvous Ribs. You ever go to Rendezvous there, MC Lyrical? Because that's some of the best food you'll ever have. We went to the, I don't know what's the hotel that has the ducks, and the ducks walk around and go into the pond and all that fun stuff. And of course, the music while we're there was just phenomenal. All right, so that was the musical choice, "A Gift of a Thistle," James Horner from the movie Braveheart. Check it out. That's what I like to say. Check it out. All right. Horn number 2, right? You're wondering where the gloves are. I'm wondering where the gloves are too. Actually, I don't know if you're wondering or not, but I don't know where they are. So we're just putting fingerprints all over these horns today. I'm not going to show you the case on this one because it looks almost identical to the previous one. But this is the quintessential French horn right here. This is the horn by which all other French horns are judged. This is the incomparable Conn 8D. What is going on with these rotors here? Hello? Hang on. All right, I got to talk to my folks here. Got to get some lubrication on these. This is embarrassing, isn't it? We don't want to be showing this kind of stuff on the show without it being functional. What is happening? The whole thing's just falling apart here. All right. There we go. Ta-da. Okay. Now we're in business. So here we go. This is the Conn 8D. This is the French horn by which all other French horns are judged. This is the professional grade. This is the most popular selling French horn in the world, used in symphonies all over the country and around the world, and is the icon. It is the #1 horn out there. This is a double horn, of course, with a 468 bore. This is a 12 1/4 inch large throat bell. So you've got the throat is much larger through the back end of the horn there. And this has the crusp wrap as well. But this is an all nickel silver horn. So you get really big, bright, powerful sound out of this horn. And it is just fantastic. You've got, I believe, the spatulas, or the paddles, as we call them, are those appear to be silver. Like, I don't think they're sterling silver, but they're silver plated for sure. But I need to talk to some folks about this horn and see what's going on with it. But that is the 8D, guys. If you ever need a French horn to play professionally or amateurishly in a symphony or a concert band or whatever, this is definitely the horn for you. It's an absolutely beautiful piece. It's got all of the rings for your tuning slides to make it very easy to move those slides. You've got an adjustable finger hook on the top end here. All of your linkage is adjustable. It's all string rotors. Again, your string linkage, which is the preferred linkage on a double horn. You can get a mechanical linkage as well, but usually you find those on like your single horns or your kind of less expensive pieces. But there it is, guys. Is there any engraving at all? Maybe there's. It's really just a logo. I don't know if you even be able to see it, but right there on the bell, it's got the CG Con logo there. Right. Does it even say 8D? Yeah, it does. Okay. CG Con East Lake, Ohio, 8D, made in USA. Right, there you go. Nothing says America like a French horn, right? Gotta love it. All right, so there you go. That is the Con 8D double horn, live on our website, palinmusic.com, or all of the other options I always give you every day. All right, we'll lock that one up, get ready for the last horn, and we'll set that aside. This last horn's a big beast as well, so I'll grab that here in a second.
Nice. All right. Can you show us something cool?
I'm sitting way back here. Yes, I can. I'm going to scooch back up so I'm not so relaxed here. Something cool, well, kind of just riffing off of what I just talked about musically. The story is every man dies, not every man really lives. And that is the story of Braveheart. Okay, so there is the film right there. Braveheart, this came out, I don't know if I'm going to be able to read the back date-wise. Nope, I can't. It is too tiny. Anyway, 1995, is that what that says? Maybe. So what is great about this film? Absolutely everything. Mel Gibson directed it, produced it, acted in it, and won Academy Awards for all of those things, I believe. This also has Catherine McCormick, who plays Murren, as you should say it with the Scottish accent. It also has Sophie Marceau, who plays the princess in this. And then, of course, you have Patrick McGoohan, who plays the great Edward the Longshanks, the evil king in the film. Yes, of course, there are some artistic liberties taken with this William Wallace story. But for those of you who don't know who William Wallace is, he's considered the savior of Scotland. He fought against England for Scotland's freedom way back in the, I don't know when the time period of this was, but I don't know, 15th century? Does that sound about right? Maybe earlier than that. But it is an epic film in every meaning of the word epic. The performances are amazing. The story is legendary and beautiful. So you need to check this out. The movie is Braveheart. Regardless of what you feel about Mel Gibson as far as a person is concerned, his talent is undeniable, both in directing and in acting and in all that he does. So this is a great, great film. I highly recommend it. And it's, it's kind of seasonally appropriate. It's kind of, there's a bit of darkness to it. There's a lot of rain. There's a lot of kind of chilly feelings. So perfect for the fall. You curl up, just get your big blanket, get your big bowl of popcorn, and just chill out to an absolutely fantastic epic film. Watch it on the biggest screen you've got, because it just does not translate on a phone or a tablet or a computer. Put it on, project it on a wall if you don't have a big screen TV, whatever you need to do. But this is a big screen epic in, like I said, every definition of the word. So there you go. That's my cool thing for the day. I can talk about it for hours, but I'll just leave that with you right there. Braveheart, starring Mel Gibson, music and score by James Horner, one of my all-time favorites, musically as well as cinematically. All right, there you go. That's the cool thing for the day. That's the Fun Film Friday. We can call it that. I like making these things up. All right, got the coffee going. Jordan's got his coffee going. We're going to grab this last horn.
Yeah, let's do it.
And today is King Kong Day. King Kong.
You got a cooler?
I do, yeah. I got a Yeti. I'll show it to you. Look at this beast. What on earth is going on here, my friends? All right. Well, first of all, this is a stackable case. Well, why would you need it to be stackable? Well, usually when you have this horn, you have 6 more just like it that go on a trailer behind your school bus for your marching band competitions. This is the King Ultimate Marching Baritone. Now, you're saying, but Greg, usually you show cool saxophones and stuff. What's up with the marching instruments? Well, yes, true. I don't normally show marching instruments on the show. And part of that is because we don't usually have these in stock. Usually these are instruments that are purchased by the schools in larger quantities, and they have them and they provide them for their students and whatnot. So it's rare that you'll see a student actually purchasing one of these for themselves. But the reason we have this one is a school ordered it about a year or so ago. And then it took like a year and a half to get, as a lot of brass instruments do these days with these big manufacturers. And, by the time we got it, they no longer wanted it, or they had already spent their budget on other stuff. I don't know. But anyway, this is a top grade professional. And by professional, I'm talking like drum corps professional, like you do in a big, the professional marching drum and bugle corps around the world, like the is it the Blue Devils? I'm not a drum corps guy, so forgive me. I have a lot of friends that were in it, and I know a lot of the guys that work here were involved in those. Oh gosh, what are the Cavaliers? I don't know. Jordan, you know any drum corps? You've been to a few of those events, haven't you? I don't know, maybe filming.
Yeah. Just the local high school.
Any of you drum corps folks, you would know. But yeah, for high schools as well, these are perfect for high schools, perfect for college, university bands. So what is a marching baritone? So the baritone horn, of course, is in the low brass section of the band. And normally a traditional baritone is played and held in this kind of upright position. But that makes it really complicated for marching. So they've devised these marching horns specifically. Same sound, same feel, same construction as a traditional baritone, but all bent and moved around so that you can play it moving forward just like that, okay? So now, a baritone is not a lightweight instrument, but this one, because it's designed for marching, is built to be lighter weight than what a traditional baritone would be. I mean, I'm having no problem just holding this with one hand. Now, I wouldn't want to do it for like 3 hours straight, but it could be done. So what are the specs on this guy? This is a 500 bore, so very similar to, really similar to a small bore trombone. It's got a 10-inch diameter yellow brass bell. It's all yellow brass, and then it's got the bright silver plating. Nickel silver pistons, third slide ring, so that you can adjust your throw on the third slide there. And this is just a great horn. They call it the Ultimate because these are the best handmade marching horns that you can get in the U.S., made by the Conn-Selmer Company. King, of course, King is the legendary company. They are now 130 years old, I think so. Yeah, so 1893 is when the King Company first was formed. And then they started out making trombones. The King trombone was actually named after the famous trombonist at the time, who wanted a better trombone, and Mr. H.N. White, who that was what the original company was named, and then King was the brand. H.N. White built a trombone for this guy, and he loved it, thought it was the best thing he ever played, and so they named it the King. And then subsequent instruments came out: trumpets, French horns, saxophones, flutes, clarinets, the whole deal. And King became one of the power band manufacturers in the U.S. acquired by the Kahn Company, I think, in the late 60s, and then has been part of UMI and then Conn-Selmer ever since. And they still throw the King name on, certain marching brass, there's sousaphones. You don't see any King saxophones anymore, sadly, but maybe those will come back someday. Who knows? But for brass instruments, trombones, and marching brass, King is the way to go. So there it is. That's the King marching baritone. This is the model 1127, so 1127 SP for silver plate. This is the large throat version. The bore size is the same, but it's large throat, meaning you can use a large shank, not large throat, large shank is what I meant to say. Large shank mouthpiece. There is also a small shank version, so you can use a small shank. Again, it's just personal preference. It's not one that is better than the other, but there it is. So that's something you don't see every day on this show and have never seen on this show, but it's something cool, right? And it's the coolest, the best, top of the line marching instruments you can get. So there it is. No mother of pearl or anything on there, just straight up metal. But man, it's a really beautiful horn. Engraving wise, it just has the King logo on the bell. So there, I don't know if you can see that or not with all the glare from the lights, but this is an amazing horn, guys. And it's not on the website yet, but it will be. I've got photos taken of it, and we'll get that listed here hopefully today, so you can check it out. But if you're interested now, any of you band directors out there, high school or college marching band directors, or any of you drum and bugle corps directors out there that need an extra marching baritone, and they're hard to get, so give me a call, 417-882-7006, or all the websites. So that is the third horn of the day. This got to figure out this set. We're going to figure it out. It's always a challenge on live streams, right? I'm an island in a stream. That is what I am. I don't know.
Just do the whole song.
Islands in the stream. That is what we are. No one in between. Okay. Good old Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers right there. Yeah. All right. What do we got left, Jordan? I feel like I'm rambling.
No. Why don't you do a little more rambling? Just make it wisdomful.
Rambling guy. Oh no. RAMBLIN apostrophe. He's a rambling guy. That's a little Steve Martin for you. All right. A little bit of wisdom. This comes from the great George Gershwin, one of the two Gershwin brothers, George and Ira Gershwin. Early part of the 20th century, famous composers, has written some of the most well-known music of all time. Of course, the first one up for grabs is Rhapsody in Blue, which just made it into the public domain, I believe. That's a song that anybody can use now. I don't know if I've talked about public domain on this show before, but so Rhapsody in Blue, we can play that and not get in trouble.
I guess so.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe that'll be my Monday song, Rhapsody in Blue. That would be fun. I kind of like that idea. We'll take a look at that. Anyway, so public domain means that the song is no longer under copyright protection, because after 100 years, it becomes free to everyone. So other songs by George Gershwin: An American in Paris, Swanee, Fascinating Rhythm, Embraceable You, I Got Rhythm. The opera Porgy and Bess with the famous song Summertime that came from that. Just great all-American music there. So this is what George Gershwin says about music. He says, true music must repeat the thought and the inspirations of the people and the time. Deep Thoughts by George Gershwin. True music must repeat the thought and the inspirations of the people and the time. That's just one of those, you just kind of got to let that marinate for a little bit in your brain there to wrap your head around that. But I think it's cool. I like it. So thank you, Mr. George Gershwin, for that. And get out there and listen to some Gershwin music. That's some good stuff. We'll talk about that. I think that's the plan. We're going to talk about George Gershwin on Monday. And maybe play a snippet of Rhapsody in Blue. You'll recognize it. I know you will. United Airlines used it for years in their ad campaigns. And I'm sure it's going to be kind of all over the place nowadays. But since anybody can use it. But there you go. That's the show, guys. It's Friday. Have a great, great day and enjoy your weekend. It's supposed to be nice weather-wise, I think, at least around here. I don't know what it's like around the country or anywhere else. Mom's still on her Norwegian cruise. I think she'll be back sometime next week, so she's enjoying that, I hope. And can't wait to get the report when she gets back of how much fun she had. So yeah, there it is, guys. We'll leave you with this. Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. We'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.